Hello guys, welcome to Bender Studio. Today we're going to be talking about how to move events in the list edits, to your preferred location. Very simple process, but you need to know how to do that. And let's go. Welcome back. Like I said earlier, we're going to be taking a quick look at how to move events in your list edit. This was kind of like, I think we used this same scenario for the last video. So I'm just going to go straight into the list edit. Then we'll show you how to move your event. Let's say there's one you really don't want to be where it should be. You want it to go down a little bit. You want to rearrange everything using your list edit. You can actually do that. So it's not only maybe in your grid edit, you can move things with your hand. If you go to list edit, you can move it, more precisely using the beat, the bar, and the ticks. So let's go. This is your list edit. We're gonna also cover, I think we've also already done that before, just talked about how you can delete. It's very simple. Hit on it and delete. Hit on it and delete. And you can actually hold your shift and select multiple and then delete. It takes everything off. So that's just like an extra tip. You can delete events. Then if you want to move events, let me just try and delete more so that you can actually see how the events move when you try to. Yep, let me delete this. Now you have minus 30, 60, 100, 30, 60, 20. Yeah, fine. So let's say we want to move this particular event. Let me listen to what we have right now. Okay, good. I want to move maybe one of these. I want to move this one. Kind of like two of them are kind of like happening almost about the same time. I want to move it up to the first bar, and I want to move it maybe like to the second beat. Do you get? So all I need to do is, while it is being selected, I'll click on nudge. You see, I'll enable my nudge, this nudge. Once I click on nudge, I can actually use my jog wheel to move. If I continue to turn the jog wheel, it moves one tick per time. But if I want it to respond in accordance with the timing correct that I currently set, I hold my shift, and when I do that, it actually moves. You can see that it jumps faster. Now I'm on the second bar. The same one I'm still turning, I'm holding down my shift. Now I'm on the first bar and I'm on the fourth beat. Do you get? So now I can take this off and say, okay, I want it to maybe like 380 or just any which one I want to be. Then this 0360, I can move it to the second beat. Let me just. Okay, yeah, second beat. I have one on the third beat. So this one is already on second bar, second beat. Another second bar, second beat. Then let me just take this to the third beat. Yeah, 360 as well. 380, 360. So here you can basically just this is how to move your event. And once you do that, it's as if you are rearranging everything the way you want it to sound based on what you're hearing before. So if you play it again now, so that's just how it works, in terms of the theory. So you can try to apply it to yourself. You have a particular pattern you are looking at in your head. You want to know how it plays out. You already know how it plays out, like I said, and you want to be able to translate it in the grid edit. You can do that from here. You can move the event and let it play in accordance to how you want it, basically what you're looking out for. That'll be all for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you in the next one.